you guys create soulful spaces.
Thanks to our heritage, we study classic, but we don't do classic.
Now the people are not focused on the trend of the day, but more to personalize their home.
How do you combine your work-life balance?
If we didn't have the same taste, we couldn't be together.
Is that a good thing?
That's a great thing.
I take care about the creative part of the project. It makes my dream come true.
Where do you find inspiration from?
We love to travel.
Yeah.
Another source of inspiration for us is fashion.
Fashion, if you think about, is an
It's an art.
Well,
can
you're
tell.
very fashionable. Yeah, you're very fashionable.
Because we are Italian.
Italian. You guys go in with your own stitchings and stuff on your furnitures, you know, and that's remarkable.
we are
Well,
quite obsessed.
we are quite obsessed by
Details.
detail. Yes.
Hi, Shad.
Hi, Valeria.
How are you?
I'm good. You know,
Why am I so happy today? Like, how was your week?
my week was amazing. I had a very early morning with a beautiful run, and
The Dubai run.
yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
You're being healthy,
A lot
promoting wellness.
A lot of people. They were also there.
Yeah.
We
well,
did it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
What about you?
No,
You were running after your kids.
I'm running every day.
You're running after your kids.
It doesn't matter.
That's the same.
Well, today we have super interesting guests, a dynamic duo and a healthy duo, Etereo Design, with its founders, Stefania and Digregorio and Mirko Sala Tenna. Welcome, guys, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting
Amazing
us.
to have you guys here. Last time we saw you guys were in Milan in Fuori Salone, so
Yeah.
it's amazing to have you guys on these chairs.
Thank you.
now.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
I think we deep dive directly, huh?
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Etereo, how come that started and that was established, and you're a couple, so
Yeah.
how did you guys, start a discussion of saying let's open a studio together?
And how did you end up in Middle East?
Yeah.
All the way from Italy.
Yeah. So, well, we met immediately after our graduation, obviously, like many of others working for another firm. So we were very young. And but we had always, since the beginning, the idea, the dream, let's say, to create something of our own. And then, so we can say that Etereo was always in our minds, in our imagination. But then the opportunity came here in Dubai after one year living here. Yes, after just 1 year. And everything started from our living room. From our dining room, we were, dining table, we were working. And then two of us, now today we are 25 people between Dubai and Milano. And why Dubai? Because immediately we understood it was the perfect place where starting something new, multicultural city.
Very vibrant,
very vibrant, fast-growing city. And definitely we found immediately appreciation of
our,
high-level
work,
design. So, yeah, it was
When-
just a perfect place.
When did you guys move to Dubai?
2016.
16.
And we opened end of 2017.
Yeah, just one
License
year.
received begin of
A
January.
bit technical,
19,
precise.
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
feeling. I know how that feeling is.
So,
Amazing feeling.
You moved here pretty much the same time, right?
Later. I actually 2016 I moved up to Milan.
Ah, okay.
So and then I started my journey in Milan. I worked for a couple of firms there, and then I moved early 2019, right
Okay.
before COVID.
So we're all pretty much
challenging.
around the same time. We moved.
Yeah.
And how did you establish Etereo here? Tell us a little bit. How did you set up your company here? Did you keep the office in Italy? How did it all start here?
We opened the first office was in Dubai, not in Italy. So we moved here,
Funny enough.
working for other firms, and then we had the opportunity. So we said, okay, let's try. and we
Let's jump.
and we start. We start, as Steffi said, from our living that have been our office for the 6 months.
Yeah, the first 6
Up
months.
to when was
yeah.
not possible anymore to move because it was full of sample and projects. So we
Yes.
said, okay, let's find a place.
And the first guy of our team, who is still with us, by the way,
Wow.
started coming in our house, and we were cooking pasta for him.
He appreciated it. Yeah, because he experienced.
That's why he's
Italian,
still with you
food.
guys.
Yes, I think so.
For
probably.
sure.
And then we established our office in Alcos, where it is still now.
Yeah.
Now we are thinking to move and have a bigger space because our team is growing, and we would like to have a proper space where we can have the right office
Yeah,
for
accommodate
us, yeah.
all the team.
Yeah, and then actually our journey was the opposite. And then 3 years ago, we opened our office in Milano. So we kind of
Do something
Went back.
Yeah, it's
opposite
vice
of
versa.
the
Yeah,
trend.
yeah.
So kind of vice versa.
We
Yes,
opened because
yes.
we start to have projects in
A lot of projects in
in
Europe.
Europe. Right now we have 6 projects in Europe. So we said, I mean, it was quite impossible to manage it from
from
the office in Dubai. So we opened there. That in the end is the best city for new trend, new material, new even companies. So it's very exciting to have an
And
office there.
also I would say, I mean, we always had connection with Italy, of course, for the suppliers and the artisans and the arts.
Yeah.
So it was just much easier to do that.
Always
to have a
fun.
base there.
Always fun to have your studio in your country
In
where
your
you're from,
home,
you know?
country.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys combine like Italian craftsmanship in your projects together with a little bit of like a Middle Eastern twist. And how do you accommodate to this market? How do you accommodate to the needs of Middle Eastern clients?
Well, we always start listening to our clients, first of all. This is very important to us. Because our projects are very much customized, we are doing mainly residential projects. So we are talking about very private residence. So we need to understand different cultures. And every client has different needs, different heritage, different backgrounds.
Yeah.
So we need to listen to them, and not only Middle Eastern, but from everywhere.
All around the world,
All
for
around the
sure.
world, right?
Yeah.
Because Dubai is a multicultural city, and this is so inspiring for us because we are keep studying new culture, different cultures, and we are at the same time growing every day, doing
Personally
that.
even, yeah.
Yes.
So it's very, it's a mix of our style, but that fit the requirement and the culture of our clients. So I would say that yes, it's really a mix.
Yes, a mix of Italian
cultural
touch, but definitely mixed with their
Yeah, but still
needs.
background and needs. Yes.
Is it difficult?
Yes, of course, it is difficult.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not easy at all.
Could you say one thing that is the most challenging? Because I know that the Italian route of actually building up or emphasizing your house and home is very different from what
Yes.
we see here.
Yes.
So what's the most difficult when it comes to these?
The
this
most
task?
difficult is to translate their emotional needs. This is the most difficult things. Our aim is to create creative spaces, but beauty. Beauty in general, I would say, not
And harmony, no?
and
I mean,
harmony. We don't believe in a specific style. We, in fact, if you look at our project, they are all different from each other. And why? Because we are translating what the clients are asking and needs. So our goal is to create beauty out of what they are asking for. This is thanks to our heritage. We study classic,
Yeah.
but we don't do classic.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, but thanks of that, we are able to create an objective beauty, I would say.
Yeah, and at the
and
same time, what
harmony.
is exciting, it's
But
even
this is very
very difficult
Yeah,
because
it's
you need to
challenging.
learn
Challenging.
daily different culture, no? And that is something very nice, but in the same time, it's difficult.
It's difficult. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
all relate to that.
100%. Something that I feel like you guys are working a lot with and that you could see in projects is, and I think that comes a little bit from the Italian background, is that you guys create soulful spaces. It's very it's a lot of soul
Yeah.
in the space that maybe that connects with the classic style that you were talking a little bit about, but
Yeah.
can you do you guys relate to what I'm pointing at?
Yes.
Do you feel that
I think
that they can fit within your
Yes, I think
Yeah.
it's still related to our design approach, which is not only aesthetic, but also it's about connection with our clients. It's very important for us to create a relation with them, to understand deeply their background, and I would define a soulful space when this space tells a story.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And this story is the
yeah,
story of the person who is living in.
Yeah, it's a personal story because
Yes.
luxury residential, and that's exactly what you guys doing. It's a
Yes.
very personal story.
Super.
Exactly.
You know?
Super.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We
Where-
are not designing our house.
exactly.
This is
So where do
But
you
in the
find
same
it?
time, it's part of
But
our
yes.
house because yes, in the end, we put our input
Yeah.
in
Our knowledge.
our taste, our
Yes.
culture. So yes, it's a mix that can create harmony and yeah, I would say harmony. Yeah.
So where do you guys bring that inspiration from? What's the source of inspiration when you guys are creating something? Because I'm sure, like me, when I design a place, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna kick the clients out. I'm gonna live here myself.
Well, that it means it turned out really well. Yeah.
Where do you find inspiration from?
Yeah.
I would say everywhere, of course, that all arts are the main elements that we take inspiration. But I would say that also traveling. I mean, we love
Yeah.
to travel.
Yeah.
We travel a lot.
We just came back from New York. That is a city, a very inspiring city. And when we visit a country, we would like we like to know the heritage of the place and
to experience
the
deeply,
yeah.
the place and to get known with the culture, to get new point of view, new perspectives. So yeah, this
Travel,
is
yeah,
one
I
of
would
the
say that
main
is one of the main,
I agree.
sources.
Travel is also for me one
Yeah.
of the best
Yeah.
sources. Every time
Because
we go
you
even
free
to
your
Milan,
mind. Yes.
every year it's
You
just
kind of disconnect with the daily routine, and you free your mind, and you are able to absorb all the
That's
all
very
the
true.
input.
Very true.
Even going to a museum, I mean, when you are traveling, it's something that really is inspiring.
Even
us,
walking
yes.
on the road and see
Yes,
the building
different,
shapes,
yeah,
and you start
different
to
things.
maybe take some inspiration from a detail that you put it then maybe in 6 months, maybe in 1 year in one of your
Yeah.
projects. So
Do
yeah.
you take a picture of it, or do you try to remember it in your mind?
No, we picture.
Picture?
We picture,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
then
but
we
if
remember that
something
we took
is-
the picture.
No, but yeah,
Yes.
there are some details that I took a picture with my mind and
Yeah.
it's there.
Okay.
And sometimes it's coming out because it can be part of the project that we are developing.
Well, Mirko, I would say another source of inspiration for us is fashion. Definitely.
Yes.
yeah.
Definitely.
Well,
can
you're
tell.
very fashionable. Yeah, you're very
Yeah,
fashionable.
because we are Italian.
Italian. No, but fashion, if you think about, is an
It's an art.
Yeah,
It's an art.
very fast.
Full
art.
of
So you-
texture,
Yes.
colors, and yeah.
Fabrics, and
Yes.
I think it's all interconnected, you know, design
For sure.
overall.
Yes.
But going back a little bit, you guys went to New York, as you said, and you went there for an exhibition or being a part of an exhibition also with Nilüfer.
Yeah.
So I would like to know, and we also saw you in Milan. Again, you presented your pieces with Nilüfer. How did this collaboration start? How did you guys start working together? And now it's your already second project together. How did it all develop?
Yeah, Nilüfer Gallery. I mean, we spent a lot of our time in Milan. It's an inspiration gallery, and I would say one of the most important in the sector in the world. So we always knew the gallery, and we always take inspiration from the gallery. In fact, we buy sometime pieces from them for our projects.
Yeah. Yes, and Nina Yashar, I mean, for us, is a visionary.
Yeah.
So she's always been an inspiration.
She's definitely an
Yes,
inspiration.
yes, she's in the sector since many years, 25 years. So she defined the rules.
Yeah, and also very
I would
curated
say.
pieces. I mean,
Yes.
it must be an
Yes.
honor to be part of
Absolutely.
of the gallery.
Absolutely,
of this
absolutely. How it started? Our design started because we are always creating custom pieces for our projects. So it came quite naturally. The idea, like a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
to create collection out of those pieces already designed, and we have still many because our projects are very customized. So we started to create these collections, and we talked with Nina because we knew Nina already, and she was very happy about the collection and about the project, and so this is how it started. With she was happy, and she told us that she wanted to integrate her collection with our pieces.
Yeah,
And
right now
today we have
three
three collections with her.
Wow.
Actually,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
The first one was the one presented
Carbon.
in Milano,
Yes,
Carbon
that's
collection.
Carbon, yeah.
And then we presented last July at Nomad Capri the other two, Faraglioni and Grottesche. And then we have been exposed also at
In New
Salon
York,
Art and Design in New York 10 days ago.
I wanted to ask a little bit about the production and the whole the way you work in. When you produce the pieces for a collection of this kind, you produce one of a kind piece, or it can be ordered. It can be made by order. How does it work?
No, yeah, since are very, I would say, complicated items, we produce few pieces per type, and then based on the demand, we can produce others. Even if we always do limited edition,
Yes.
so we
Yes.
we have around 10 pieces, 15 pieces maximum, and so we start to produce one or two pieces, and then we go ahead.
You guys produce here locally, or you produce
In Italy.
In Italy.
We
It's
produce in
sold,
Italy.
yes.
Yeah.
It's all made in Italy.
Because the type of products needs some skills that there we
Craftsmanship,
can
yeah.
Yes,
we
yes.
have.
Very complicated.
Talking about craftsmanship and micro details, it takes me a little bit back to my studio in Stockholm, because I have my studio in Stockholm as well, where I've discussed about this before in the podcast, that in Europe, I feel as a general, we focus so much more on details and micro details when it comes to, you guys go in with your own stitchings and stuff on your furnitures, you know, and that's remarkable.
Yeah.
A lot of times you don't feel like you have that time here in Dubai. How do you guys adapt with that detailed work from your studio and adapting it to the market here?
How do you maintain craftsmanship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we really believe that a project should follow a main idea, coherent idea in everything. So either we are talking about a facade of a building or the stitching on a sofa. It's all part of the same story. So
Yeah, we are quite obsessed.
We are quite obsessed by
details.
detail. Yes, this is our obsession. But yes.
But it's what even
I love it.
our clients want, no? Because in the end, yes, you said it's a very fast
Fast-paced,
city,
yeah,
but in the end,
industry.
some clients want that detail
Yeah,
well studied. So I would say that we can even have the right time.
Well, we select our projects. We select our project, and because we
Based
on the clients, in the sense that if we are meeting people that are following our approach and our idea of design, and again, I'm not talking about style,
Yeah.
but the needs to create beauty. Then it's our project. It's we are not obsessed by taking any project because not every project is for us, and we are not for everybody. It's still something normal.
If you do a residential luxury projects, are a project that is taking at least 18 months up to 24 months up to even 36 months. So it's a relation that you have to establish with the client.
Yeah, it's a very personal
So it's
relationship.
very personal, and you need to feel that project can fit you, and your team is fitting the client. So it's something that
and the
that's why we
clients need
select.
to be happy to meet us, because we are going to meet
All
for
the time.
other 3 years.
Yeah.
For
So-
years.
Is there always an understanding of that a project takes this long time?
No, I mean, the first meeting is when I will be able to live in, and you will start to say something. I mean, you start to say the truth, no? Because
Yeah,
we have
you have to.
records of the
Yes.
project that I can say that easily can take 18, 24 months. But they need to digest this, because in the end you are creating their dream house, their dream project.
Yeah.
So they would like to live in as soon as possible, but in the same time they want the best. So it's a conflict.
How would
that
you
you need to
approach to a
manage.
client? Because obviously we all have clients that are like,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
we want it chapa, fast, you know. It's different when it comes to commercial contra a residential. And to be honest, 24 months for a residential luxury villa is not a long time,
Not at all.
you know.
Not at
But when you say it 2 years for a project, it sounds like a very long
Yeah,
time. but it's
that's
not.
why Mirko is saying they need to digest that
Yeah.
information.
How do you like
Yeah.
what's the most common
The most common is no, let's do it earlier.
Yeah.
Say, okay, maybe we can re-talk even tomorrow about, and we can. But in the end, during the journey, they become more conscious about the project, because sometimes they are the one that delay, because in the end, again, it's their dream house, so they need to be ready to accept something
They
that
need to
maybe they
think
didn't thought about. They
Yeah.
need to think about
How they want to live.
But also, I think it's very important educating the client, because a lot of people
Yes.
wouldn't know how long it would take you to actually design it in a proper way, to prepare all the materials that the client wants, to source everything. So I think it's also our job, you know, to educate.
Yes, yes,
And
But
yes.
in fact, we spend a lot of time with them during the project. In this way, they can understand the work that there is behind of a project. So we used
it's
to
part
meet
of
a
the
lot
experience.
our clients.
commercial? Talking about commercial, how is the approach with a commercial? Obviously, we cannot say to any clients that it's going to take 24 months for a commercial space. You know, that's a different.
Well, you can, but
Yeah, I mean, let's the commercial that we do are I would say right now we have 3 projects that are boutique hotels. So again, projects that are quite complex and needs time as well, like a villa.
They require the same approach.
So the approach
kind
is
of.
always almost the same. Yeah.
Okay. Good for you guys. Gonna adapt that to my own
to your
work.
own, just taking notes.
I'm taking notes.
Well, you know, guys, post-COVID, a lot of things has changed. Do you feel like residential sector and luxury residential sector has been affected by that?
Yes.
Do you think things have changed post-COVID?
Yes, things have changed, definitely. How people live in and how they perceive their homes is totally different. Not totally, but we have noticed it for sure, a growing interest for outdoor spaces. This is for sure. And then I would say that they are requiring more personalized space, more personalized home.
Tailored, more
Tailored.
I would say that now the people are not focused on the trend of the day, but more to personalize their home.
Yes.
Because they will use their home more than before.
Yeah.
They need to be to feel more comfortable in their houses.
And landscape is something really new, because before maybe people used to travel to go and out and stay, but they now want their private landscape. And this definitely is part of the effect of the pandemic.
I also feel it has changed in a way that a lot of people working from home.
Yeah.
So it's it needs to be a space that accommodates all those Zoom calls, everything, in between, which we didn't have before.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I feel like minimalism has diverted so much from what it was before before COVID and post COVID. We liked that minimalism, and now we want it to be a little bit more homey, feel that we are embraced by beautiful pieces and furniture. I feel like art is showing a lot into our houses as well. A lot of art in
personalized interior means even maybe customize some pieces only for them, because they want to feel their home unique. So this is part of for sure.
Giulio Capellini said that, and I remember that he was saying that back in the days we used to look into our friends' houses and say that I want to have a house like my friend. Now we want to have a house that is custom made, tailor made to us specifically in our needs, which is a very interesting way of seeing it.
This has happened also to us. I would say few years ago, before pandemic, it was much more like, I saw the house of my friend, I want the same, I want something like that. I saw that hotel, that other hotel, I want this, I want that. Now the request is completely different. I want the house that reflects my personality. Yes. Yeah.
Well, talking about the future, since everything is changing so fast, you guys, do you work with AI? How is your relationship with? Do you feel like you're the company that goes back more into craftsmanship, or do you feel like you're actually pro all the AI, metaverse, and all the technology to help you to design a better luxury spaces?
For us, I think that is really a mix, because we love to sit with the artisan and see how we need to define a specific detail. But in the same time, when we are talking about the architecture, AI is something that will help us a lot to show the project.
It's a tool.
To show, it's a tool.
It's a tool
that will that we are using. We start probably 4 or 5 years ago to use it.
Guys,
right
you're good.
now.
Actually, we are talking
experimented
about
a
virtual reality. We started with that, and we are using a lot in our project. It's a tool for us to, even internal tool, right? We use it to check certain details, if it's working, if it's not working. And also we are using with clients.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is creating a completely different experience than before. I mean, they are able to understand proportion, which is something that from a static picture, image, rendering, they
It's
were
not
not
possible,
that
yeah.
much able.
You guys work with
I-
VR
Yes.
with the
Yes.
glasses?
Yes.
What is it called?
Yes.
VR glasses?
Yes.
Yeah, virtual reality
Yeah.
glasses. Yeah.
This is
That's
exciting.
very interesting.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you produce it for every? I just want to know a little bit more, so maybe we
Yes.
can use it in our projects as well. So, you provide every time you produce a concept, you provide the glasses, and the client actually can be and experience the space.
Yes, it's as they said, it's a tool that we use mainly for proportion because it's
Very
something
nice.
that up to the virtual reality was not possible to feel as
Yeah.
a client. Mostly, if you don't have the right background, it's quite difficult
if you are
to
not in the
imaging a
sector,
space, to
yeah.
image the sizes, and yes, we use often
Yeah.
the virtual reality.
That's so interesting, actually.
I
And
think
right
that's
now,
the
I
future.
mean, technology are
Yes.
coming now. I mean, the last year there is no cable anymore needs, so you can even move and travel and even travel and even
Walk
go
around
inside,
in-
walk
inside.
around in the spaces. Yeah, we tested in a
Big warehouse.
big warehouse.
That was an amazing experience. Yes.
Do you guys work with that big plan that they put on the floor, and then you could
This we will experience very soon.
Okay.
Because one client actually asked us for this.
Okay.
Because they want to understand better the space. But we tried something different. Basically, we have made a full 3D model of a villa we are designing. And we went to this big warehouse and we wear the glasses, but like we were me, Mirko, and the clients, the wife of the clients, so all together walking in the house.
amazing.
It was
And
amazing.
discuss
Amazing.
So you
detail
can
in
be
the same time.
simultaneously
Yes.
in a
Yes.
space, like
Yes.
4 people actually walking,
Exactly.
experience the
Exactly.
space.
And the model was so precise in the sense, not only the space, but with the furniture, with the material, with metal, leather,
wow.
wood cladding.
I love it.
Yes. And they
Yeah,
understood
that was
everything.
quite exciting. Yeah.
Yes.
It must be
Yeah.
easy if you think about it. It's a fast way of actually getting an approval, from a
Correct.
client, and
Yeah.
say
Yes.
that
It is,
that
yes.
jump, instead of going back and forth and back and forth, that must cost you
Exactly.
more in terms of time and resources than rather doing that directly and then
Exactly.
get a.
Yes.
You can experience your table, you can touch the material, well, you think you can touch,
Yes.
but
You don't touch,
You
but
don't
yes,
touch,
you
Yeah.
But I'm sure
you
that's
feel
gonna
it.
develop
You
as
feel it,
well.
yeah.
I'm sure that's
Yes.
gonna develop as well. That for the
sure.
future, maybe you have a board
This
or
is the
something in front
yeah,
of you,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
can touch whatever
Exactly.
The
whatever
material,
that
yeah.
is.
This is the future.
Can we see your 3 hotels that you guys are working on now with the V-Ray? Is that
Yes.
Yeah?
A private villa, yes.
Yeah?
The hotel, it's under.
Well, the one in Skinusa.
Yes, that one even. Yes.
okay? Are we able to dive in a little bit about your projects, ongoing projects that you guys are doing? Because
sure.
now
If-
you've
if
been
we're
telling
allowed.
us you have 6 projects in Europe, and you have some hotels around, and
Yeah, we have different projects that we are working on right now. We are doing 2 beautiful villas in here in Dubai, in Jumeirah Bay, where we are creating a very sophisticated architecture and interior. Then we have in Greece a project where it's a boutique hotel. Where the art is the main element in the
that's
project.
exciting.
So we start
Yeah.
a concept with the art, and we design the project around. And that is an amazing project. We are working also in a historical building in Venice. Very
wow.
exciting. Yeah.
On Gran
It's
Canal.
it's on Gran
Yeah,
Canal, in the center
very
of
nice.
Venice.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a small palace converted in a residential project, and with a very strong concept. Yeah.
Well, we'll see it in a year, in 2 years.
Yeah.
In a year.
24 to 36
Client,
months.
Exactly.
The client want to 25, but most probably will be 26. So I hope that.
How does clients find you? How do they approach you? Do they approach you themselves, or like does people find you guys?
Well, the first things is the word of mouth, for sure, for sure. And then I think is growing a lot the approach through the social media,
Yeah.
which was quite unexpected, but actually is happening. Yeah, these two way, I
Yeah.
would say. Yeah.
Can
Yes.
can I and Valeria be interns in your studio?
No, all I want
wanna
to
be
do
an
is just to
intern.
wear. I want to wear these glasses, guys.
Yeah. If you're
And walk spaces
if
with
you're
you.
an intern, you can go and do that. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that-
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Whenever-
your hands are full, guys.
are almost,
You're doing a lot of projects.
Yeah. Yes.
We are working even on a new collection of collectible design.
Yes.
Where we are experimenting glass in a different way.
My favorite material.
But yeah, we will
Glass
see.
as a lighting fixtures or glass as a
As a
furniture,
material, as a furniture, but the material,
pieces
yeah.
as
Furniture
well.
pieces.
We love to
pieces,
experiment on different materials, even in the carbon. That is our first collection was based on material.
Yeah, carbon
experiment.
was the burnt
Cable.
burnt wood,
Yes.
yeah.
Wood,
Yes.
solid
And
wood.
solid
yeah.
wood, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a really nice
Yeah.
collection.
I'm a
Thank
huge
you.
fan of glass. You know that.
Yes,
After,
yes, yeah.
I would like to see more of those possibilities locally as well. You know, it would be fun.
I think it's
to-
happening. Do you
It's
feel
growing,
there is a
yes.
big difference between what it was like Dubai was like 10 years back when you guys arrived to what it is now?
Absolutely.
Definitely, yes.
Absolutely. The city is keep changing, and
Improving.
is improving definitely, and is every day more ready to new things. Collectible is the new trend for sure. For sure. I mean, you see in and during Design Week the edition.
Yeah.
Something very new, and it's a sign that the country is ready
Yeah.
to accept
agree.
and
Okay,
to
coming
open.
from a background that you guys have, what would you give the country 3 tips of what needs to be developed even more when it comes to design?
What do you think is still missing?
Still missing.
Or can be improved?
Improved.
by all of
There is
us.
always space to
Yeah.
improve.
Yeah.
So it's quite new city. So needs there I can see space to grow. Even if I can see a lot of improvement in the last year.
Well, then the whole sector of collectible for sure is still very new, so definitely can be improved with maybe events or spaces dedicated to show collection, to yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I think also it's all going back to educating the client.
Yes.
And you're right.
Yes.
We're coming to the time to the point where we are ready. We are ready to go to this crafted local pieces. There are so many new, young, emerging designers. You
Correct.
know, from Middle East foreigners and locals, and it's really changing. And you're right that Dubai, the Design Week showed it very clearly that we are
Yes.
entered a new
Yes.
Level, yes.
level.
Yes.
Yes.
I worked a little bit with Fabio Viale here from Milan here to Dubai. Is there an artist or an artisan that you guys think that we should have our eyes on, or that we could?
Well, many.
Yes.
Tell us your favorite ones.
Okay.
Artist right now, I would say Pelletti. That is my
yes.
favorite. Is Massimiliano Perletti. That he will come very soon in Dubai for an event that we are organizing
Oh, nice.
Okay.
with him. and is an artist, a very new artist in terms of he's doing
He's
something
growing a lot.
super old, because in the end he's doing
Classic.
a classic sculpture, marble sculpture, but in a very different way, using unexpected marbles with a different
Unexpected marbles.
unexpected marble,
Okay.
yes, that usually are not used for sculpture,
sculpture.
because it has some defects,
Okay.
and he implement this as a beauty of the sculpture. I mean, I fell in love 3 years ago, and I'm always
Yeah, we use some of
looking
his
him.
pieces in our projects, and they are absolutely stunning.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
very
don't know.
evocative.
I don't know who it is, but I'm definitely gonna look into.
Yeah.
Very
Yes.
evocative.
We have
yes.
there is a lot of good sculptures and marble sculptures in Italy in general, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I mean it's a skill that many people has in Italy. Yes, but he is an artist, so he is transforming the block of marble in something very poetic.
Yeah, and that's something that you guys are into, like transforming the materiality, right,
Yes.
into something creative. How important is art in your projects?
It's
We always ask this question, but I feel like this is a
Yeah.
question, especially for residential. It's a very, very important question.
and it's a very interesting question that changed, in my opinion, so much from after COVID, post-COVID.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is an
Yes.
big demand even, and needs. I mean, the people needs to have art or be close to art.
Yeah.
Definitely in our project, it's one of the main elements when we are talking interior, but not only. Even in the landscape, we use a lot arts, and that is.
Yeah, well, yes, it's extremely important art in a residence, in a mansion, for who understands art, of course,
Yeah.
because I think it's a need. It's not only a show. You want to live with some pieces because art evokes emotions.
Yeah.
100%.
Same as design. It's very
Same,
personal.
100%.
exactly, exactly. So people need to feel that emotion. It's not, or at least it's not anymore only a show. Yeah, definitely. So these means that need to be really integrated with the design. So very often we design some room or certain walls to accommodate certain pieces that the clients want to live
yeah.
with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or then we
artist.
spend
Yeah.
time with the client to
To
search
select
some pieces,
art pieces.
for
Yes.
Art is not easy. It's not easy, especially for us also to recommend to a client, because exactly as you said, it's something that is so personal,
Yes.
Yeah.
and it brings so much emotion,
Yes.
and it's so diverse. So between me and you, we can be completely two different, have two different approaches. So it's very difficult to educate the client in art, in my opinion, at least.
Definitely, yeah.
Correct.
It's easier to work around it than to propose a new pieces.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yes.
You also spoke about art in exterior space, in which is in Europe we see it so much, but not as much here actually. Not
Yeah.
too much here. I have a couple of
Very few clients.
yeah.
Yeah. For the landscape art, I would say it's much
I would
less
love to
than-
put a nice big pomodoro outside in someone's garden. If someone would allow me to.
Yeah, it's also my dream.
Yeah. Beautiful pieces.
Well, one day, hopefully. How do you guys, how do you combine your work-life balance? I mean, you work together, there are a few couples who came here to this podcast and we asked this question because I feel it's quite difficult, to balance your work and your personal life.
Yeah.
How do you separate the roles and...
Yeah.
I'll start. I mean, be honest, there is no, it's all together. I mean, if you try to split the business or the work and the personal life, in my opinion, is very difficult. We are lucky because our work is even our passion. So it's quite easy for us to be involved in the work even at home, and in a way we find the balance, but definitely it's all together. Even not,
How much do you guys
Yes.
disagree? How much disagreement is there?
No, if we didn't have the same taste, we couldn't be together, of course.
You wouldn't be
first
able
of-
to work together.
No, not at
No,
all.
yeah.
So first of all, we have the same taste. This is for sure.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
great thing.
Is it?
Yes. Yes.
yes, because
But then
when
we discuss every day. Every day we discuss, and
Okay.
in many things maybe we disagree. But then we have well-defined role since the beginning, like naturally, because I have certain skill, he has certain other skills. I take care about the creative part of the project. He makes my dream come true.
I try.
More,
Not always.
more like
No, no.
engineering.
I
and
want to
architecture.
talk about that. Explain
Mirko is
explain
taking
what that
a-
means.
No,
Taking
yeah, I mean, I work more on the design development and
Yes.
construction side. She's more taking care about the concept.
Okay.
So yes, in short, we can
But
say
we always discuss together.
yeah, because in the
Yes.
end,
Yes.
you cannot limit it completely a part of the project.
How much involvement is there with you guys in a project? You have a big team, so
Yes.
how much are you guys actually?
Depends on the project.
Okay.
Depends which project
Yes,
we are
but
talking
we
about. But
we are still involved a lot in the project.
Yes.
We love this job, so
Yes.
we cannot just manage the team. We love to sit and see and discuss about
course.
a detail or a facade, how we can do the roof, how we can even
Right.
talk and speak with the client to explain why we reached that point or that option. So yes, we are still involved, and we like that.
What would you guys change? Would there be anything you guys would change?
It's an art, so you should the time that you need, it's never enough. So I would say that if it's possible to have more time to develop the project, I would be more happy. No,
I think it's a wish
Sometime-
of every
Yes.
designer
I-
who comes here, including us.
You tap into so many points that are so true. Can every client here that listens and looks at this podcast
We
listen to
need more
what they have to
time.
say?
Yeah.
Now, guys, you're entering. I feel like you're entering a new stage working on hospitality projects. Do you like working on commercial projects more than residential?
Well, we are.
Do you find it easier to work on commercial hospitality projects, or?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
easier. It is a bit easier. Again, as Mirko said before, we are working in a particular commercial project, which are boutique hotels, so it requires anyway a lot of effort and creativity and customization.
Even if we just finished a restaurant last year.
Yes.
That was a pure commercial, but yes,
But-
again in a luxury version, so it
Yeah.
was not.
Yes.
Yes, it is easier, but because you don't have a private customer
Yeah.
that sometimes doesn't know what he wants, so you have to guide, you have to, as you
Yes,
said,
yes.
educate.
That's exactly what I was
There
asking. If it's
usually
easier.
have a client that knows very well what he want,
Yeah.
but he has even an end of a day to open the
Yes,
project.
yes,
So,
so the-
there you cannot play a bit to extend the time.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah,
in another
sometimes
side
for
is
residential, you don't know when you will finish.
Mm.
You know when
Yeah.
you started, but you don't know. when.
which can also be tiring,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah,
That
because,
can also
yeah.
be tiring, that you don't see the finish line of it. You're just, going and
Not
going
only
and
that,
going.
if you are in a project for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, you are changing.
True.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
your taste is changing, it's developing. So
that's so
you
true,
restart from the
Yeah, I
beginning.
didn't think about it, but this is really
It's a journey.
Yeah.
that's the truth.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
We are not the same person of
No.
5 years, 4 years ago. So this is challenging.
even the word is not anymore the one
The
of
same,
5
yeah, it
years
changes
ago.
too fast.
So
Yeah.
I think that takes us glides us perfectly into our last question.
In the end of each episode, we ask in our guests a question of the previous guest. Okay, and then we would like you to ask the question, or for our next guest. Okay, and the question: what will be the design elements that will be forgotten? What is it that in design will be completely will disappear?
Well, in my opinion, television will disappear sooner or later. Television in the sense that
Not like Netflix or
the element,
TV,
yeah,
the
the
TV,
the
the
TV,
element.
the
Yes,
TV, and the TV wall, and the way of designing a living space around the TV. I think this is
box
will
black that most of the time we try to hide. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the one that comes out.
exactly, or and there will be, I think, more and more like personal screens or projector or
Yeah.
element that
technology
will
that-
be more easy to be integrated in a better design.
Yeah.
And we don't have TV since 3 years already, and more the clients are taking this
I like the idea
approach.
of
Yes.
projectors very much.
I just saw maybe a month ago that I think it's Samsung that is releasing now a cordless TV. So it's a TV frame on legs without any cord.
That's last
At all.
year.
Yeah,
That's last year.
it's already
Okay, that's
old.
last year news.
What about you, Mirko?
TV, I think that is a good element. I think that not very soon, but we are on that direction. Kitchen will change a lot as a type of element.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In what way?
In a way that will be separate from the house, because I think that there is a big trend that people prefer to eat and cook. So they are going to reduce the space dedicated for the kitchen.
Oh,
This is
wow.
my personal
That's the
vision.
first time. That's very interesting. Yeah,
I could see that happen.
I prefer to eat than to cook.
Me too.
Me too. You see, we are in four. No,
No, I
you
prefer
prefer to cook.
To cook.
Okay, 3 on 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So you can
So
cook
the
for
kitchen will
us.
change.
that is the
I'll
trend.
cook for you guys. I'll cook for you guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what would be your question for our next guest?
Yes, I have we have the question.
Yeah.
If you could work with an artist or an architect from the past,
Oh,
who would you choose?
Oh, that's a good
And why?
question. Oh, that's a very good
I
question,
have
guys.
I have that already. I know.
You
that.
do?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say, but
Yeah.
Okay.
very, very nice question.
Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
taking your
much for coming.
time.
Thank
It
you
was
for
very
sharing
f-
your insights.
Yeah, very fun to have you guys here, and we definitely gonna pop by your studio, and
Absolutely.
maybe we get
Most
an
welcome.
internship. Maybe we get
Come
Thank
and
you.
try the VR.
we will
No,
definitely-
we are for
Yes.
sure.
We'll definitely do that. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
And
Thanks
thank you
very
for
much.
having us.
Thank you.
For having-
Thank you.